Where were you born?
I was born in Charleston, West Virginia, at the Macmillan Hospital in 1935.
Where did you go to school at?
Went to school till the third grade in Pittsburgh, and then came to Charleston, where I was born, and went to Boyd Elementary and Junior High School, and graduated from Garnet High School here in Charleston.
What was life like back growing up from a kid to a young adult?
Well, we had everything was segregated, and we went to different schools, and we had our own schools, and we weren't allowed to go to the movie theaters and to sit down in restaurants. But we had our own businesses at that time, which was quite a community of our own, which we had our own movie theater, and we had drugstores and restaurants and places of our own. And the biggest area of that was called the Block, which is down Washington Street. We had a big hotel there where the movie theater was located near the Ferguson Hotel. And the next big district of black business was the Triangle District down past Court
How did
Street.
it feel to be segregated?
Well, it didn't have any feeling whatsoever because it was the way it was, and we didn't bother about going into areas that we weren't permitted to sit down or anything because we had our own places to go.
Were you or anyone you knew involved in like the Civil Rights Act?
Well, no, we had a march here because the Diamond Department Store had a big restaurant, and we weren't allowed to sit down in it. There was a 5 and 10 cent store which caught on fire called Wool. The marches were going on in other cities for the end of segregation. They had a march or two here for that purpose, and they broke the bond of not being able to eat at the Diamond and the Woolworths 5 and 10 cent store.
Did you know anyone that was involved in it?
In the whole community, and they did march, and they had meetings, and Abernathy came here, and there was a lot that went on about during the time for trying to get segregation changed. Sutherland visited here, talked about he grew up in a little place off of Washington Street called Cent Street that's still there. It's better, but there's still some hidden things and little things that come out every now and then which are very unfair, and but it's not like it used to be. People have like you all will never know the feeling of it because you never had to be involved with it, but a lot of things could be a lot better. But Charleston and West Virginia was not quite as bad as the deep southern states.
Do you have any like interesting stories to tell of like you growing up?
Well, we were very upset when we were told that interstate was coming through and that most of the black communities would be taken away, and it was very heartbreaking because all of us had to relocate from blocks and blocks of the city, moved to outer areas which we knew nothing about, had lived in Charleston all our lives, and the interstate came through, and the whole community of the block, Court Street, where all the black businesses were and a lot of black people lived, was taken away. Integration took place at the schools, and I had a sister who had gone to school all her life at black schools. She had to go to one of the biggest schools in the city called Charleston High School and graduate. She only went there 1 year, but she couldn't graduate from the black school. They had integrated. The law said that they had to go to the white school. But the most terrific upset in my life was when we watched them bulldoze all our homes down, and we had to move away from where we had grown up and lived. 1 year they had a dental program where they put fluoride on kids' teeth, and we've always felt that they used us as guinea pigs because a lot of kids started having trouble. I, as one, started losing my teeth at a very early age, but was blessed that my family could afford to get my teeth fixed so I wouldn't be a child without teeth at the age of 14 and 15 years of age.